Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Tyranny Ball. The only interactive game in the universe. I am your announcer, Dick Kessler, here with Sally Brenner and Wilhelm Footnote III, and tonight we will be witnessing the Washington, D.C. Republicans versus the Washington, D.C. Democrats.
Fun? I'm having the time of my life, man.
Our referees are the Supreme Court, and we've got the media. Either side has their martyrs, propaganda, and lies for all.
We just made law.
The name of the game is to take that ball to the authoritarian area.
At the end of the day, we have a lot in common with our opposition. We play the roles of being economically and ideologically opposite. Not quite.
Fans use a remote control to vote in where they want their player. If they win the vote, their player gets to move up towards the authoritarian quadrant. Democrats need to conquer the red, Republicans need to conquer the blue. But it's very important to understand the four quadrants. Libertarian left, you got your hippies, Black Panthers, Dalai Lama, and almost Thomas Jefferson. Libertarian right, Ayn Rand, Joe Rogan, Elon, Milton Friedman, and Ron Paul. And then the authoritarian left, you got your commies, tyrannical Marxists, Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot. Authoritarian right, think Adolf, Pinochet, individualist tyranny. Remember, if you pardon people, you get a libertarian point. If you jail people, you get an authoritarian point. You pull a Bill Clinton and pass a law that enslaves millions of Americans, you get an authoritarian left point. You do a deal with the health insurance companies, you get a right-wing authoritarian point. And you might also get the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing Award, right?
But the goal is how tyrannical we can get.
In taking the ball to the authoritarian goal, defense will try to stop you. Heck, the libertarians will try to stop you no matter what team you're on, right? Will we see a record broken tonight, previously held by Ulysses S. Grant and the modern-day Richard Nixon record? But what we don't want to see is where a player takes it rogue, like JFK, and ends up in the libertarian left area. Good grief, we haven't had an elected official act that off in 60 years. It's important to maintain the support of your fans, and you need to keep your fans hating each other and seeing the entire opposite side as your enemy, or an enemy of the state.
So which side are you on?
Okay, so the vote is in. Gary Loafman, senator from Nebraska. And Gershon takes the ball. Look at him go. He's enabling a new punishment to dress a certain way. This is dress code tyranny, ladies and gentlemen. He makes it.
Oh my God!
Wow! Can you believe it? He made it, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible run. The propaganda worked. The people have spoken. And one side ends up in jail. Incredible how each side wants to fully dress each other. The left wants to put a mask on your face. The right wants you to pull up your pants. Or else. Wow, did you see that run? Woo! We're gonna have to see where this goes. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Dorothy Durbowitz, senator from North Dakota. She instigated the Hawaii War, and then she invaded Brazil. She's got it! And that's a touchdown, ladies and gentlemen. We are going back to Iraq for a third time.
Very disappointed. Defense has to work harder. That was sloppy. We can't let them walk right in like that. Look, I came all the way up here. I'm loud. I'm ready. I need a win. I hate losing. Let's go. Lock it down.
There's 120 million Republican fans, 117 million Democratic fans, and 65 million independent fans. Well, independents are just basically in the closet, ashamed of their beliefs. And then there's a measly 5 million libertarian fans, super corny. Well, depending on where you were raised, and if you watched Fox News or CNN, you followed those exaggerated statistics. And that, ladies and gentlemen, made an incredibly rare thing sound like it happens every day.
Weapon scare tactics, racial scare tactics, climate scare tactics, government opposition scare tactics, border scare tactics.
And you'll have your martyr. One side will laugh at your martyr, but then you laugh at their martyr. Yes, it's like War Games, the movie, tic-tac-toe, an unwinnable war. But you can only get your groove on if your constituents approve. Both sides love to defend their guy, no matter how far they run with the ball. Through war, through tyrannical executive orders. And even though they are responsible for the biggest prison population in the world, give that man a Nobel Peace Prize. You can absolutely program your fans. Program your fans so they allow you to score.
What is your strategy for today?
We've got the support of the American people. And, I still don't know how, but we will pass this law. And let me tell you, oh my God, it is total control. I'll be able to finally sleep at night.
And introducing Senator Hubert Holloway. He's a Republican. Okay, so it looks like a vote for a new vaccine mandate is coming. And the vote is in. And the ball stops with Ardlin and the congressman from West Virginia. Here they go. Oh, look at them go. Up, and if the left can maintain a steady defense, can it happen? Can they stop this man? Oh, he almost does. Number 4 fails. Oh my God, incredible run. Medical tyranny. You have been vaccinated. Did you see the feet on this man? He's like 80 years old. Jesus. Look, that was the square in the middle. It would have been a bit more left, but the collusion with the pharmaceutical companies puts it a little bit more right-wing. I think you'd agree with me there. Oh my God, look at this.
It was a good game. It's all about getting the American people to agree with everything you do. It allowed me to reach the authoritarian side and score. You scare them enough with exaggerated statistics, and you can accomplish anything.
Appreciate it, sir.
Yeah.
On either side, you're breaking the First, Second, Eighth, and 10th Amendments if you're on the left. And if you're on the right, you'll defend the Second. But dude, that 4th Amendment, that is a piñata. And of course, the 10th Amendment as well, but you're probably only going to see a 10th Amendment violation every 2 days or so. And have you ever encountered a right-wing fan that desperately wanted Hitler to be on the left? Well, I have. They don't want to claim him. He's like Michael Vick or O.J. Simpson.
These old men basically tell me I can do certain things that others can't. Like, well, he deserved it. I don't. I'm a chosen one.
All right, so next up, look, a new vote, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a tough one, right? If you guys remember, 4 years ago in 2026, things were much different. Republicans were on the defense. Law and order was the vibe. But now that Johnson from Oregon is the MVP, Republicans are not about law and order anymore. And he takes the vote. He will move to the right. Wow, no one is stopping. Oh, he zigzags to the left. He faked those Republicans out. No one is stopping him. Ladies and gentlemen, he has done it. The Second Amendment has been amended. This is every dictator's dream come true. For the first time in 250 years, the impossible has become possible. The propaganda was spot on. Rifles have been outlawed. Rifles were responsible for only 300 homicides per year. This is less than homicides by knives. This is how incredible his propaganda is. The fans are oblivious, ladies and gentlemen. He has achieved something that many of us thought was out of bounds, out of hand. Incredible work. Wow, can you believe what just happened? All right, so an interview with Johnson after his score.
Worn out, sweated through 3 shirts tonight. Listen, we know there's a better chance of you getting struck by lightning than you dying at the hands of a machine gun. I mean, what are the chances you'll get shot with a weapon of war when you walk outside of your house?
This was an incredible feat. How are the Republican fans going to react? Are you going to abide that law and order?
I will not comply. I'll do whatever the government tells me to do, usually. But this? Heck no.
You can violate the rules, but it will come back to haunt you. This was purely a sweet revenge. Don't you think, Sally?
It's not gonna go down like that, no.
Next, we have a vote on deportations. Let's see how Congressman Edwin Sidequest from Louisiana takes this one home. Yes, sir. He has to somehow convince the fans that illegal immigrants are responsible for more crimes than white and black people. Whew, this is gonna be tough, because they usually don't engage in risky activities from fear of being deported. 69.9% of arrests being white, 26% being black, 4% other. Remember, you've got a higher probability of getting killed in a car accident because of an elderly driver than you do getting killed by an illegal immigrant with an assault rifle. This is how incredible this is going to be if he can pull this off. If it's an illegal immigrant, but they use an assault rifle, which side will claim that? That is the question. Did the assault rifle kill the person, or was it the illegal immigrant? I think the Democrat team will take it. They'll blame it on the assault rifle. The Republican team is going to have to back off of that one. All right, so let's do this. Let's jump in. Here's the next vote coming. As we can see, everyone's getting ready over there. Oh! Wow, incredible. He did it. Look at that. Did you see the juking? Did you see the physical momentum there? This man is on his way out. This is the last thing that he's going to be doing after 30 years of absolutely nothing on the Senate floor. Isn't that interesting? And that was it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for attending Tyranny Ball. Let's keep this authoritarianism going forever!